Welcome back to our day 4 and final stop on our journey into self. Well, actually, not a stop, more like a pit stop, because hopefully you'll join us in the next level of this journey. This was just an introduction. So, this final stop for this introduction of the journey, again, not an ending. We will lean into a purposeful surrender. And this doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting what you've cultivated. So, on our final stop today, we will bring everything together: rest, breath, movement. This is yoga as a relationship. Breath leading body and body listening. So, in this final stop for this introductory series, our free introductory series, we will journey into a 15-minute-ish meditation just to really prepare ourselves to put in work, because we are going to put in work in this final day. But again, it's a purposeful work. And so we will purposely surrender into ourself, which actually surrender is so much more stronger than anything else. When you surrender, it's an example of power. And in that power, we will use it throughout that practice of day 4. And so we will bring everything together. I am so excited we got to do this together in this way. And so I'm excited to see and hear how this has impacted you. But for now, meet me on the mat. Welcome to day 4 in our final yoga series of this introduction to the journey into yourself yoga series that I have. That's not on YouTube or not on any free network, but it is a great series to experience, especially if you are trying to connect with yourself in a deeper way. And so this is the introduction, just introducing you to so much new things. And so we end with this series, this level of series at least, with the mountain in me yoga sequence. And so in this, we are getting in tune with the mountain that is within us, that groundedness, that sureness, that sense of strength that the mountain has, but also this subtle surrender that the mountain must have to remain so strong. It's like a tree. If it does not give enough to sway, it will break. And there is a sense of respect that the mountain has within itself to surrender just enough to not break, not shatter. And so the mountain may groan with sound. The mountain may expand to not crack. Whatever we need to connect within that mountain within us, I invite you to do that today. And so we'll begin actually in a meditative posture. And so if you want to grab a pillow at this time, or a cushion, a meditation cushion, a block, a bolster, Something to elevate yourself to where your tailbone, your sits bone, can sit on the object. Just your sits bone, not your thighs, not anything else, just your sit bone sitting on the object that you are sitting, that you're using. And allow the knees to fall down. Of course, we're crisscross applesauce here. And allow the knees to fall down out of the hip socket. So the thighs are going in a downward motion, allowing the knees to gently rest on something underneath it. And I encourage you to grab a blanket, a towel, a t-shirt, anything, to just put up underneath your knees, just so that you're comfortable. Because we'll be in this meditation, we want to be able to focus just on that. And so this series, again, it is called the Mountain and Me series, but the series, more importantly, is our Purposeful Surrender. This will close off the deep part, the deep dive into ourself. The first day being the discovery with Yoga Nidra. Most people aren't familiar with that. And then the second day being the breath awareness, where we explored our breath. And then the third day, we expanded that breath. And we use sound to do so. And today we will purposely surrender into the mountain that is within us. And you'll understand that purposeful surrender, because we are going to engage our muscles, our sound, our being into today. But again, we'll start in meditative posture. And so we will begin with the mountain cloud mindfulness meditation. In this meditation, we will imagine ourselves as a mountain and our thoughts as a cloud or clouds. And so I invite you to grow comfortable in your posture. Again, allowing your sit bones to be on whatever object you selected. And stacking your spine on top of your tailbone and your head on top of your spine. Allow your hands to gently rest on your knees or in your lap. If it's in your lap, allow one hand to rest upon the palm of the other. And allow the thumbs to connect, keeping and closing off the circuit of energy that is within you, but allowing the openness of it to flow directly up to you in your energy field. And so we'll allow our eyes to close, allow our minds and body to relax. And I invite you to bring to mind a mountain. Maybe it's a mountain that you've been to, or just a mountain of your choosing. Consider the surroundings of the mountain. Are there forests, streams, flora, fauna? Gather a clear picture of this mountain in your mind. and begin to imagine the qualities of the mountain. Is it strong? Is it rooted in the earth? Can it withstand challenges? The challenges of any weather situation, any type of weather circumstances. If there's a thunderstorm, is the mountain still strong? Now, imagine what it's like for you to take on the characteristics of this mountain. Allowing the body to be strongly rooted into the ground. Noticing what it feels like to just sit here in stillness the way a mountain does. Mountains are strong in the face of their surroundings. Bring to mind the qualities of clouds. They constantly change in shape and form. They can be soft, pillowy, clouds that easily flow by, or they can be really heavy, stormy clouds that linger for a while. Shift your attention to observe your thoughts. As these thoughts come and go, imagine that these thoughts are like clouds. Label the thoughts as you notice them in relation to what kind of cloud they are. Are they light and fluffy clouds? Or are they strong and stormy clouds that won't go away, that linger? Try to just label them without additional judgment. Ask yourself, does these clouds come and go? How do you feel as if you were a strong mountain in the face of these clouds? Notice that the clouds are coming and going to a similar weather as it passes over a mountain. Connecting with the characteristics of being a mountain. Thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations being like different kinds of clouds passing, floating by. And from here, allow yourself to bring your attention to your breath. By now, we are familiar, very familiar, I hope, with the box breath practice. And so we will turn our attention to our box breath breathing. Exhaling fully to allow ourselves to prepare. And on our next inhale, we'll allow the first round of box breath counting. And so we will inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. We will add sound on our next round, okay? So prepare. And so we will inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale with sound. 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. That's an inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale with sound. and hold. 2, 3, 4. All right. So now we're about to get up and get some movement into the body. So allow yourself to roll onto your hands and your knees into a tabletop position. And what we're going to do here at your natural breath or at the box breath pace, we're going to go into a cow on the inhale, and then a cat on the exhale. And so on the inhale, we'll pull the chest forward, pulling the shoulders back, chest forward, throat forward, chin up to the sky, ears relax down and back, head relaxed and crown facing backwards. And then on the exhale, we will begin to just fold ourselves right in half the opposite way, pulling the center back of our body up to the sky, arching the back, downward, allowing the head to fall down, chin slowly meeting our chest, crown of the head facing forward, shoulder blades fully stretched, tailbone tucked and pulled, abs sucked in and pulled tight. And so that will be our inhale, exhale, cat cow or cow cat movement. And so we're going to again do this at your pace, inhaling into the cow and exhaling into the cat. And as you exhale, we will be including sound. By now we're comfortable with using our voice in practice. And so inhaling cow and exhaling into cat, continuing this motion using the breath. And sound with the breath on your exhale. Warming up the spine and preparing ourselves for our practice. Really allowing, evening the weight distribution from knees and hands, not putting too much on the wrists. I will indicate what movement we will do with what breath. And so we will bring our breath together at this time, coming to a tabletop position. And we will, on inhale, we will inhale together and allow ourselves to pull ourselves into cow. And then we will exhale together and allow ourselves to pull ourselves into cat. From there, on the inhale, I will let you know your next posture, and you will float to that on that breath indication. And so allow yourself to prepare, exhaling out fully and inhaling into cow. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale into cow, holding, exhaling into cat, and holding. Inhale up to a plank position and holding, and exhaling slowly down into cobra and holding, and inhaling up to up dog, and holding, and exhaling back into child's pose, and holding. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhaling up to plank and holding. Exhaling down to cobra and holding. Inhaling up to up dog and holding. And exhaling back into child's pose and holding. Inhaling up to plank and holding. Exhaling down to cobra and holding. Inhaling up to up dog and holding, and exhaling down into child's pose and holding. Last time. Inhaling up to plank and holding. Exhaling down to cobra and holding. Inhaling up to up dog and holding. Exhaling back into child's pose and holding. I'm hoping that you have been adding your sound to your exhale. If not, we will definitely be adding it now. We're going to do the same sequence once more. But this time we're going to push back into a down dog instead of a child's pose. So prepare, taking your last breath here in child's pose, maybe even coming up on your fingertips just to give your wrist a stretch, maybe even rolling your wrist if you can, allowing the pressure or weight to lean into your third eye. And then exhaling fully as we prepare. We're going to inhale up to plank and hold. Exhale down to cobra and hold. And inhale up to up dog and hold. And push back with an audible exhale into down dog on your exhale and hold here. Give yourselves, your ankles a little wiggle with just kind of pedal walking for a second. And on your next inhale, we're going to step one foot up to the hands and then the other. And we'll hold here. And on our next inhale, our exhale, we will we'll just stay here in this and hold. And on our next inhale, we'll push our hands up to a half lift, either sliding our hands to our calves or pushing up to our fingertips and allowing the spine to be fully straight. And we'll hold here. And we'll exhale and forward fold, back down, relaxing the spine. And we'll inhale all the way up, rolling all the way up. Allow the hands to float up and meet above our head. Hold here and exhale. Allow the hands to float down. And here we will find our first mountain pose. We'll allow the palm of our hands to face forward. We'll find a bit of grounding in the soles of our feet, as though we are a mountain. Relaxing the shoulders down, shoulder blades down, giving space between our ears and our shoulders. pulling the chin forward, the crown up, the throat completely exposed, chest open, hips evenly distribute with weight, knees with a bit of buoyancy and bentness to it. And just sit here in your mountain pose for a moment, eyes closed, and just really tap in and tune into the mountain that is within you. And we will reconnect with the breath, reconnect with the box breath practice. Not necessarily connecting with the 4 count, but with the evenness of all 4 sides of the breath, your breath. And we'll fully exhale here. And we will begin to reconnect together. And we will inhale. And again, when we end on our breath indications, I'll let you know what move we'll be making with that particular call of the breath. So exhale fully again. In preparation, we will inhale and float our hands up above our head, allowing the palm of our hands to meet, and hold here, opening up the side body, and then exhaling into a forward fold, allowing the hands to float, to separate and float down on to your sides, the head to fold over into a bow, and slowly begin to allow the face to meet or come close to the body, head facing down. Hold here, and we will inhale and lift the body to a half lift, and hold here. And we will exhale and fully fold down again. Inhaling all the way up to our mountain pose. We'll do this again, and we'll keep the sequence going for a full sun salutation if you're familiar. So we'll inhale, lift the hands up high above the head, hold, exhale to a forward fold, and hold. Inhale into a half lift, and then hold. And exhale down to a plank, and then hold. Inhale into a cobra, and hold. And exhale into a up dog, and hold. Inhale, stay here, and hold. And exhale and push back with sound. Down, and hold. Inhale and step one foot and then the other to your palms, and hold. Exhale and stay here and hold. And inhale to a half lift, and hold. Exhale down to a forward fold and hold. Inhale, allow yourself to roll all the way up, hands meeting above your head, and hold. Exhale, allow the hands to float down to your sides, getting you to that mountain pose, reconnecting with the mountain, to the mountain that is within you. We're going to do this sequence two more times. Inhaling the hands above the head. Exhaling down to a forward fold. Holding. Inhaling up to a half lift and holding. Then exhaling all the way down to a forward fold and holding. Inhaling into a plank pose and holding. And exhaling down to a cobra and holding. Inhaling up to an up dog and holding. Exhaling back to a down dog with sound and holding. And we're going to hold here for a round of 2 breaths. And on our next inhale, we're going to inhale, take a step forward together. Yes. And hold here. And exhale. And deepen your forward fold. And hold. And inhale up to a half lift. And hold. Exhale, come all the way down deeper into the forward fold and hold. Inhale, allow the hands to come back all the way up, meeting together above the head and hold. And then exhaling and floating down. And we'll pause here and just reconnect again with the mountain that is within us. This will be our last time. We will engage sound as often as we can, using the sound to aid in our strength. And so we connect, we fully exhale, and we prepare to run through this sun salutation one last time. Inhaling our hands up above our heads, allowing the palms to meet and hold. Exhale and forward fold over and hold. We will inhale into a half lift and hold. And then we will allow ourselves to forward fold even deeper and hold. We will inhale ourselves into a plank posture and hold. And then we'll exhale down to the floor and hold. We will inhale ourselves to an up dog and hold. And exhale back into a down dog and hold. And we'll stay here for a round of 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Removing our face. Using our sound. Our next inhale, we will take a step forward to a forward fold and hold here. Exhaling here, staying here, then holding. And then on our next inhale, we'll do a half lift and hold. And then we will exhale. Hold. We'll inhale and raise our bodies all the way up, hands meeting above the head, and hold. And exhale, allowing the hands to float down back into our mountain pose. And we'll stay here and we'll just digest what we've done. And I invite you to include sound at any point. And now allow yourself to inhale the hands above the head. And exhale them over and all the way down to a forward fold. Allow your body to continue down to the ground. Bending the knees, bringing yourself down fully to the ground. Back to the mat. Knees bent in to the chest, hugging yourself. Allowing the knees to gently float to the right side of the body. Allowing the head to turn to the left. Arms stretched out to its sides from the shoulders. And just lay here for a few moments. We will lay here in a restorative posture just for a few moments, just allowing the body to digest the twist. allow your knees to begin to float to the other side, allowing the head to float to the opposite side as well. Slowly rest here for a few moments. Allow the knees to float up, back, hovering over your chest, and give yourself another big hug. And maybe you want to rock side to side and massage the spine and back. You can do that at this time, gently shaking your head left to right. And then allow the feet to begin to float up to the ceiling or the sky. And if you cannot hold your legs up there, maybe you might have a belt or strap to hold them, or you can slowly adjust or move yourself to a wall and allow the feet to rest up against the wall. But we'll stay here for just a little while and allow the lower half of the body to float back down toward the heart. There's great benefit to elevating the feet above the heart from time to time. So we'll take this time. And now we will allow the soles of our feet to float down to the mat, pressing into the mat with our soles of our feet. We will allow our knees to begin to part and fall to its sides, splitting the soles of the feet, or turning the soles of the feet toward each other, pressing together if you can, allowing the sides of the feet to rest on the mat. If you have a block or blocks or blanket, you can prop the knees up, or you can allow the gravity to just hang and hold them and pull them down and open. Relax here. Maybe you might want to place your hands on your womb if you're a woman, and offer some affirmations, reconnecting to the mountain within you. And when you're ready, you can slide your feet forward, stretching the legs out. And if you have a bolster or pillow or blanket, you can grab it at this time. Comfortable in Shavasana. We will lay here for a while to digest the practice that we had today, connecting with the mountain within us. And not just today, but from the last 4 days of this yoga series, taking in what we discovered, taking in what we have explored, taking in what we have been able to expand within us, and taking in our purposeful surrender. This transition we went, this journey into ourselves. What came up for you? What question was created in you? What answers did you find within you? I'll leave you here for a few moments to reflect on it. Allow yourself to roll to one side as we come to the end of this mountain in me practice. Bringing yourself up all the way, rolling yourself all the way up to standing, and allowing yourself to bring the mountain that is within you back to the mat. Reconnecting with that mountain and with your breath. Breathe in and allow your hands to float above your head, hands touching. Hold for a moment. And slowly keeping the palms together, allow the palms and hands to float down center, landing in front of the chest, fingertips just below the chin. Gratitude for taking the time to breathe with Rima. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into yourself, this deep dive journey into yourself through the yoke of yoga. Please join me in our continued series, which will be level 2, or the first level. This was the introduction, where we really dive more into ourselves, the connectingness, the what holds us up, what allows us to be, and just journeying within ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. I welcome you and invite you to the next step in your journey. Thank you.